what was the kind of investment that went in, especially into Facebook ads?
Facebook ads are like your new girlfriend. Like when you start your ads, it acts like a new girlfriend. It gives you a lot of lovey-dovey, like it gives you a lot of good leads, got a lot of nurturing leads and a lot of converting leads. But as you go old on the Facebook ad, you increase the budget. Facebook knows that now he's stick to me. He will not go anywhere.
Yeah.
From
Now
the girlfriend,
the boyfriend is chasing the girlfriend.
Yeah,
now.
so
the
now
girlfriend is
girlfriend will
acting
gonna show the
pricey.
tantrum. So Facebook starts showing the tantrum now.
You know, sometimes when Gaurav and I go on a date, either one of us would tell, अच्छा 1 घंटे तक ना business के बारे में कोई बात नहीं
होता
होगी."
नहीं है.
And then we don't know what to talk about.
In February 2023, we thought that let's take some break, let's
Yeah.
give some
Okay.
space. That turned out to be a very, very long space, and we took the space for 8 to 9 months. And like through this podcast, I want to tell people that don't do that to your business.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the 1% Coaches in India. The goal of this podcast is to help you understand what is working for coaches, what is not working, and to get you the secrets of what is actually that you can learn from the top 1% coaches so that you become one. My today's guests have made it to the top. They are a power couple. She has about 19 certificates, trained about 80,000 students. She's a healer, she's a therapist, an author, Miss India Curvy 2019, and the list is endless. He is an engineer turned realtor and now an automation expert for coaches, which is his hero story. And by the way, that's a niche he has carved for himself by being the biggest support system for his wife. And this power couple has been running the business and helping so many. I'm happy to welcome both Shri and Gaurav. Hi, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Varmeet.
Thank you for being here and taking out time on a Sunday and being here on an invitation. Thank you so much.
Pleasure is ours.
I have so many questions in my head, and I am looking forward to learn as much as I can from you today. Shri, I'd like to begin with you and ask that what's your story? Why coaching?
Well, I would say that I've wanted to be a coach ever since my childhood. As a kid, I remember I used to watch Joyce Meyer on ZTV in the morning before going to school. And my mom is a very spiritual and religious lady. So I used to tell my mom that, Mom, look at her. You know, you also do nice talks, but you are talking to 4 or 5 ladies in the, neighborhood. But this lady is wearing nice clothes. She's wearing nice jewelry, nice shoes. She's on the stage and she has her books. Thousands of people are getting inspired by her. And as a kid, as a 7, 8 year old, I used to tell my mom, I want to be like her. I
Right.
will grow up to be like her. So she has been the inspiration. And ever since that, I always got inspired by women like, Joyce Meyer, Oprah Winfrey, Abraham Hicks, where I think the journey just kept on going on like that.
I think what I understand from what you said is that the difference between your mom and the lady that you were watching was that that lady had built a voice for herself, and that is that was your calling, building a voice
Yeah.
so that you can have that medium to help other people when you have that voice. And Gaurav, I'd love to know that, being an engineer and then going to real estate, how did that happen? Like, what was your calling?
So I always had a technical acumen in myself. Like since the childhood, I always had this thing that if somebody is coming for repairing my household
Right.
things, so I used to sit with them. So I always had this thing to do on a technical side. So I choose to go to engineering side, and the as soon as I completed my engineering, I went for a job, and then my dad asked me that like why do you want to do this job? You have completed your engineering and that's all, like let's join the family business. So I had a family business of real estate. So he said join the family business, it's much more lucrative as compared to what you're gonna do in the job and all that. So I also got inclined towards that, and I choose to start my career in real estate. And that's all, like for 12, 13 years, I was into real estate. After completing my engineering, I did 1 year job. So I was on the team head, and then I started my career in real estate.
राइट
Yeah.
तो समटाइम्स मतलब बहुत बार होता है कि हम अपने पेरेंट्स के सपने पूरे करने के चक्कर में वी काइंड ऑफ लेट गो ऑफ what we want to do, and I think that is what you were fulfilling another dream by giving up yours.
Yeah.
That's a really courageous thing to do. And I would love to know that when did both of you started this business together, and then automation came in and you became the biggest support system for Shri as well.
So it was in 2020 when the COVID hit. In February 2020, we both were in London, and she had some classes over there. So we were in London, and then I still remember I called my dad that like, I'm buying a T-shirt for you. So what size of T-shirt and shoes shall I buy for you and all that. So he said that T-shirt को छोड़, मोदी हिंदुस्तान
seal
के
कर रहा है।
बॉर्डर सील कर रहा है.
अभी के अभी
Come back
flight
right
पकड़ो
now.
और घर आओ।
Take the flight, next flight you have, and come back. So I said, okay, fine. So immediately we rushed to airport and we came back India. And till that time, everything we were doing offline. So my career in coaching started like in 2018. I started my career as a real estate coach. Like I thought that I will become a real estate coach where I will teach people that how to do real estate and all that. But again, it was on the surface level. When I talked to myself, it was not something which was coming from inside. So when we came back from London, everything was closed, no offline classes, nothing was happening. So I asked Shri that what best you can do if we have to start with online thing. So she came up with her own thing, like to start with that. And I said that you start, I will take care of the back end. And then my engineer, which I always had in my mind since last 13 years, it was suppressed, suddenly came out, and I started working on the back end system for her.
Right.
And from there, my automation journey started, one after the other, that this workflow has to be created, this has to be done. So that is how I began my journey into automations. Started that.
Yeah,
I would like to add to that it's said that adversity is the mother of all inventions, right?
Right.
So in our case, like, we literally had a 45 days lavish trip planned. We were going from Ireland to London to Rome, and we were there in London when this call came that you got to just come back home, and we just took the first flight, which was literally the last flight to India.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was real adventure. And the first 14 days quarantine happened, and we were literally Netflixing because we had no idea what's happening in the world. But I'm very intuitive since childhood, so I had an intuition that things are not going to continue the way it was continuing.
Right.
Yeah, we had our own offices, both of us, for our separate businesses. We were paying rent, salaries, all that stuff. And what was happening was that the offline business just came to a halt, right? We were very aggressively doing offline business before that. But bills, loans, interest, none of that came to a halt. All of that was continuing.
Still going. Yeah.
So we were getting calls from people. Like, people were also insecure, so they were even asking for the principal money back. We had some loans. We even had some family loans. So literally what happened was that we were in a situation where we had to look for something.
Yeah.
Like, we could not just take a leave. Like, we were not in the situation where, like, like most of the people on the planet, who were just cooking food, wearing nice dresses and posting on Facebook and all. We could not afford to do that. So that's when, we were like, because I had done a lot of modalities as a, just as a spiritual shopper, I would say.
Yeah.
So he asked me that we have to come to one niche. We
Yeah.
can't just say that you're doing this is by the time you complete what all you can do, people are already, wondering what will you specialize
Right.
in.
Correct.
So he said, what is it that you really enjoy? And that's when, I told him that I have been connecting with angels since my childhood.
Right.
And I have been talking to people about it even before this. When I was a financial consultant, I used to talk about, spirituality and angels and all these things with my clients, who would eventually buy insurance from me or mutual fund from me.
Right.
So he said, let's start with that. We literally just started with the gut feeling that, okay, if it won't work, we will try something else. And to motivate me even more, because I was still wondering, should this be the one, or should I work on women empowerment or something like that? He actually showed me a webinar of someone who was doing the similar thing, a female, and he I just said that there are few things that according to me, she's not doing correct. He said, you are sitting home thinking right and wrong. She's
She's
making
doing
3
it
4 lakh
already.
rupees a month.
Yeah.
And that was like a fire for me. I became a rocket singh right after that. I was like, wow, if doing this much, if person is making 3 4 lakh, I just know I'll do much better than this. That's why that
Right.
gave me a lot of confidence as well. And that's where we started literally. It was a very humble beginning. In our own bedroom, we, had a folding table that I put the folding table. We put the green screen in front of the dressing table. And I was using the basic laptop I had. I was using my mobile phone initially to do the, videos and all we were recording. I learned editing. He learned coding. So we were in that phase where हम लोग शायद कई बार ऐसा होता था, एक एक दो दो घंटे सोते थे, क्योंकि हम
Right.
इतने पैशनेट थे ना उसको फटाफट कंप्लीट करने के, कि हमें अपने वीडियोस बना के हमें अपना पहला वेबिनार लॉन्च करना है. And I, like all of this, it would be unfair to not mention Siddharth Rajshekhar over here, because it wouldn't have been this easy without his coaching and his support. Because right when it is said, when you are ready, the master appears.
Right. That's true.
So for us, I think Siddharth appeared exactly when we were like really seeking, and we just blindly trusted him and went by exactly what he was saying. And we were surprised. I launched, we did our first webinar. I introduced the program, and I think there were 12 people who registered the first time, who bought the course for the
Oh,
first
that's
time.
amazing.
And we said bluntly that, with all our honesty, that the course is not ready yet. We are doing it at a very less price because it's a pre-launch offer that you are buying. So people were, I think it's our authenticity that they were touched by. And that's where it started. Now there are more than 3,000 people in the community. And
The first course we sold was for 1800 rupees that
Oh,
time, and
yeah.
we had people, and then slowly and gradually. So for in first 2 months we were able to go to 3 lakh rupees, where we got the award and recognition. And then I still remember I messaged my coach that what is your next level of recognition. He said 1 CR club. I said
no.
okay, fine, done. So in next 10 months I gave him that in next 10 months I will be in your 1 CR club. That is my commitment. And exactly next 10 months I was into his 1 CR club.
That's an, I think, amazing journey, though we've covered it in very short span, and I'd like to break it for everyone one by one, asking you questions.
Sure.
Because I'm sure that what you're saying right now, in I think, matter of few words, has a lot behind it. There's a lot of effort, time, mistakes, challenges, and I don't know, sleepless nights. So much has gone into it, what we are able to acknowledge today in a short span of time. So one by one, I'll break down and then we'll move forward. You had mentioned about, while you started this conversation, you mentioned about that you had your own angel interactions or experiences in the beginning. And today
Yeah.
I know that you're an angel healing mentor, right, for other
Yeah.
people. Would you take us to one of those experiences that you
Yeah.
had and share with us? What exactly did you go through as a child?
So, as a 6-year-old, I used to see dots of lights and making different shapes, and I used to play with them when it would be a little dark and hazy in the room. I would just play with them. One day, in the morning, I was otherwise a very sincere child. So I woke up late, and I was, didn't want to go to school and all that. So my mom was like, "You're otherwise, you like going to school. What's wrong with you? Why are you not getting up?" So I said, "I slept late." And mom's like, "Why did you sleep late?" And, like with all my honesty, I was like, innocence, I was like, "I was playing." So my mother was like, you were all alone in the room. Who were you playing with? And I just said this to her. It's like, no, I wasn't alone. There was an angel, there was a fairy, there was a little child, there was a man, there was a
Oh,
lion. And my mom totally freaked out after that, you know.
I'm sure anybody's mom would.
Yeah, like, I mean, and as a kid, I could not understand her fear. But after that, the whole new episode of, keeping knife under my pillow, she would not let me sleep alone.
Yeah.
She'll hug me tight before she would sleep. And she would take me to different gurus and ask them what's
ये
wrong with my
problem क्या है
daughter.
इसके
She's
साथ?
seeing weird things at night. So at that time, I blocked it actually. So I stopped seeing it after that because I felt I was doing something wrong and I'm supposed to be scared of these things. Because, of course, when we are growing up, for us, our parents are our goddesses, you know. So
Correct.
mom is always right thing. So I kind of just blocked. I used to just even talk to them and I was like, नहीं नहीं मम्मा को नहीं अच्छा लगेगा, अभी नहीं बात करनी, अभी नहीं खेलना. So that is, so it kind of stopped there. And after that, I just went on to becoming a nice daughter, which meant I have to become first in the class. I have to do my graduation. I have to then do the job.
Yeah.
All that phase started. Yet I used to secretly read books on angels, on psychic powers, on
Right.
chakras, because it was always within. And another thing I think that contributed was I learned how to meditate at the age of 8 from our family Guruji.
Right.
So I think my meditations were also my secret connection with the angels, because nobody would know that while I'm meditating, I can talk to them,
Yeah.
So that is how it started. So it was always there as a kid with me. Yet the whole journey went into, being this reality person. Like I should get good marks, good college, good job. I think COVID was, though it was a very contrasting situation, we were in a very difficult situation in the COVID period. But it was also an opportunity because I had time. All my, 1 year schedule of offline classes was cancelled.
Right.
So I love meditation. So I thought that now when I'm at home, I took on personally a challenge of 40 days to wake up early in the morning around 3:34. I used to wake up for 40 days back to back, and still 7:30 I used to do my meditations.
Okay.
Now, in those meditations, I strongly started getting awarenesses. I would see that there are millions of, dots of light, like angels are coming on the planet. And they used to talk to me and tell me that the world is going to, now this is, I'm talking about February, March, right? So we didn't, that time, logically, cognitively, we didn't know what's going to happen. But I
Correct.
was also already getting messages that the world is going to go through a very bad phase. And however, it's a shift that will in the future lead to a good space. And people need to learn to connect with the angels, because there are also higher dimensional beings that has come on the planet to help. But they cannot help unless we ask them for. Like
Correct.
they can't interfere with our free will. सो ऑलरेडी वो भी हो रहा था, प्लस पैसा कमाने के लिए हमको कुछ तो करना था ऑनलाइन. एंड ही वाज आल्सो इंस्पायरिंग मी कि कुछ करना है. So I think it was the situation led to the creation of
Right. And I think
this.
everything fell into places because, he
Exactly.
could come back from the real estate to now being what he loved. You
Totally,
could go
yes.
back to what you had to give up in your
Yeah.
childhood. Coaching was always, something that you loved, that you'd mentioned.
Yeah.
So from what I'm hearing, it was like everything was falling into place. It was
Exactly.
coming back to like how you wanted it to be individually, but it was coming together.
Yes.
And everything was falling into place. So I think I'm already in the awe of this story. But I'd like to take you back to the point where, you said आपने पहला webinar किया, 12 people showed up and they paid 1,800 rupees for the program, and you were very honest about that fact. And I think that is a very nice way to put it, is because when you're honest, people trust you.
Yeah.
If you try to fake it and tell them, this is the world's best program, it is going to change, and as you're beginning,
Yeah.
so people can sense that desperation कि ये झूठ बोल रहे हैं and
True.
they're not really what they are. तो वहाँ पे somebody comes across as honest and authentic, like you said, so it really changes for them.
Yeah.
But as Gaurav mentioned that, with Siddharth Rajshekhar, you moved into his first club and you won the first award. I would love to know that what was your journey from that 1,800 तो if you may answer, what is your product price back then जब आपने वो first award जीता था from Siddharth?
Yeah, so we started with 1800, and then in first 10 days only we realized that we are getting a good response. So let's focus on effort to return ratio, that how much effort we are putting, because till that time when we were launching, we had no clue that how many cost and all those marketing jargons we have, like ROAS and all those things. But slowly and gradually, when we started moving into this community of coaching and training, that online, how online things work and how exactly the online marketing and all those things, so we started learning about few things. Then we said that we need to increase the price, because the cost of acquiring a client is also increasing. So there we realized, and then we increased the price to 2499, and then we increased the price to 2999, and slowly and gradually we increased the price to, like, when we went to 3 lakh rupees total in earning, the price was 3999 rupees that
Okay,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this was your entry level product
Yeah.
that they
Yes.
were getting in. And when you reached 3 lakh, that was at 3,900.
3999.
Right.
Yeah.
Divided by 3 lakh is the number of students you got. Okay. So I would want to know that, this question is for both of you, whoever would want to take this, that जो पहले 12 लोग आए, वो कहाँ से आए? Where did you get them from into your first webinar? And then जब you reached 3 lakh, those people, where did they come from?
So first 12 people which came was like, it was a pilot testing we were running for the webinar, because we had no idea. She didn't had any experience or exposure about webinar. So we thought that let's do into the safest space we have, that is our own WhatsApp groups. Because with their people you have a very very low barrier of judgment. Because what was happening, she was already running few WhatsApp classes before, also offline.
Okay.
So we already had 200 300 people into the WhatsApp groups.
Okay.
So we invited all of them, and then out of that, like, some people showed up and bought, and there we got the experience, and we got the confidence also that these things do
Sells.
work.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
works and it sells. So from there, then we worked on that. It will not going to work with 200 300 people in the WhatsApp group. We have to work on bigger game. So from there we started working on the marketing agency. We hired one agency who took us from working on a like organic generated leads to a paid leads, ad campaigns, and all those things. Yeah. So we didn't had any landing page that time, honestly, and we just started like how it started. We launched the ad, and they were directly coming on the Zoom registration page,
Okay.
and they were registering there, and they were getting the
Direct
mails.
webinar registration
Yeah,
is what you
even
were
for
doing.
the WhatsApp also, that time also I used to send the WhatsApp, but that time the WhatsApp was sent manually. Like every time the lead was
Right.
coming, so in the evening I used to sit and send individual WhatsApp to each and every person from my phone, and then tick mark that number into the Google Sheet that the
Right.
WhatsApp has been sent. So
Right.
that's how I learned.
See, I said there's a lot behind where you are today. So that needs to come out
Yes.
before it receives. Are kitna acha kar liya. Okay. So I would love to know that, when you went on this journey from charging 1800 to charging that 3499, I would love to know how many products that you have today. Is there an entry level? Is
yeah.
there? So if you could take me through your products.
So currently we have 3 levels. Level 1 is 5999, and it's a program where people learn how to connect with angels and do professional angel card reading.
Okay.
So what we actually did was we clubbed our silver and gold and made it gold eventually,
Okay.
because we realized we wanted to give them most value.
Right.
So what we were selling earlier at 3999, and we were planning to do the next level as to become a professional angel card reader. Now you come to the next level.
Right.
But then what we realized was that, from coaches' perspective, we realized that there are two kind of people who are there in our community. At that point of time also, we had this awareness that there are few people who only want to come because they want to evolve spiritually.
yeah.
They are already getting angel messages, angel numbers, but they are clueless what to do about it. And the reason they come to my webinar or eventually join the community is because when they see the ad, they are in the space that, oh, I'm already getting some messages.
Yeah, right.
Now this will help me to decode those
Decode,
messages.
right.
Yeah. So there are people who don't want to do this professionally because they are either already very well settled in their profession, or they come from a family where money is not the need, or it's not the time yet for them to do, become a I say angel on the earth, because
Yeah.
all the people who are spreading the message of light are the angels on the earth.
Correct.
Some are in bodies, some are in without bodies. So the second kind of people are the one jinko the opportunity to be able to make money through this attracts. Who we were also in desperate situation once
Right,
upon a
correct.
time, and we got into online coaching because we felt that we can make money through it, and there's nothing wrong about it. So that's why we clubbed both of them. That now level 1 is where they learn how to like the entire they get to know their entire spiritual team, who all are there in their spiritual team, how do they connect with them, how do they receive, and then they start receiving miracles in their life. So we have a hall of
Right.
miracles where people come and share their miracles that
Oh, that's
they
amazing.
are creating in their own life, and now they are creating in other people's life as well. And then from there, in our case, the funny thing is our level 3, which was earlier our diamond, is still our level 3, but somewhere in between we got the awareness, and we launched level 2 later. So our
Oh,
level
okay.
3 was launched earlier. So that's how chaotic things can be when it comes to creation. So we launched our level 3 first, and then we realized that there is some gap, because here we are making them angelpreneurs where they'll be
Yeah,
making
right.
money, plus all the 10 areas of life. So we introduced the concept of angelic life wheel, where they're working on all the areas of life, and how do they become an angel life coach. So they are helping themselves and others. But when they are doing the reading for people, in this reality, still people are expecting remedies from them,
Right,
which
correct.
is actually solution. So then I launched a level 2 later. However, I think right now our level 2 is doing immensely well, because it has evolved like crazy, and I have grown personally, spiritually, because of that, because I'm receiving awareness, I'm creating courses. So my level 2 right now have 10 courses in it now.
Oh, okay. So level 2 has 10 individual courses, is it?
Exactly. And
Okay.
these 10 courses are individual modalities, So I'm literally teaching them water therapy, crystal healing, dream analysis, spirit animal. And we just did an ancestor healing course, and people had magical experiences in that.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
individual, so through that process, what we have also done is I'm not only giving them course, they attend a course with me or they watch the video, and then we've created a 21 days challenge where they practice what they have learned.
All right.
Because what happens is, knowledge in today's world is available everywhere, right?
Correct.
There are certain things which I'm getting the awareness of, and I have the experience of, which gives them a extra wow effect, that wow ma'am, this is something new we learned from you, because many of them have also learned from other coaches. Yeah. Lekin when I am giving them a challenge where all of them are in a community, they are charged up, and they are all posting on the app that yes, they have taken today's action. When they take action, they get result.
Right. So I think, you said, and it kind of related with me with that 21-day challenge, is because learning is right now available sometimes. YouTube is a big medium, though people interpret it according to what they would want to, because the mentor is not available, but the learning is available somehow. But with that execution, that accountability that comes in is where the game changes.
Exactly.
Because anybody can teach them, but if they get the accountability and they get the execution right there and then after the learning,
Yeah.
that is how I think you're differentiating yourself from your competitors in the market.
Yes.
So we created the challenges in such a way that we introduce angel coins into our community.
Oh.
So they need to earn that angel coin by putting their task for the day. If they don't put up the task, they don't earn the angel coin, and in the end, they will be not getting this gift. Like this time when we did the ancestral healing program, so we said that whosoever will be earning, the benchmark is 1800 angel coins, and for 21 days it's 2100. So if you earn 1800 or more angel coins, you will be getting ancestral healing cards from
Prayer
us,
cards, yes.
prayer cards from us.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were super excited and they participated. Like, so our challenge completion rate is somewhere around 70 to 75% of total
Right.
people who participate.
Because you've put a reward now. They know what
Exactly.
they're going for.
Exactly.
When people are aimlessly going for something, they don't know where to go and what they're doing.
Yeah.
But now there's a destination, there's a
Yeah.
reward. Their eye is, brilliant. I think I'm mind blown and I'm still catching my words. That's an amazing
For
system
every
you've set.
course we launch, we make sure that we launch 21 days. Even for the water therapy course also, we did the same thing. Like, we gave them certain activities to be done on the daily basis. For every course we launch, we give them 21 days challenge to be done.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I would, next, I would want the viewers to go with you on the next step of your journey as you were progressing from 3 lakhs to making your commitment to the 1 crore club. Now, being a 1 crore coach is something that, you have to put in all your time, effort, and money. Is because now I realize now is something that you're playing on investment. You're putting the money in the Facebook ads, and that is generating an ROI for you. So when you say that you were a 1 crore, couple coach, what was the kind of investment that went in, especially into Facebook ads?
See, I'll tell you the concept of Facebook ads, which we realized, like, Shri portrayed it very well. Facebook ads are like your new girlfriend. Like, when you start your ads, it acts like a new girlfriend. It gives you a lot of lovey-dovey, like, it gives you a lot of good leads, got a lot of nurturing leads, and a lot of converting leads. But as you go old on the Facebook ad, you increase the budget. Facebook knows that now he's stick to me. He will not go anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's just like a boyfriend who stick to his girlfriend. Now he's like, now the boyfriend wants more
Yeah,
from
now
the
the
girlfriend. Now
boyfriend is
girlfriend
chasing the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Now
So
the
now
girlfriend is
girlfriend will gonna
acting
show the
dicey.
tantrum. So Facebook starts showing the tantrum now. By giving us not so good leads, increasing the CPL,
How
then
cost per acquisition,
per
touched
acquisition.
the roof.
Yeah, so that is how, like, she gave me this analogy of boyfriend and girlfriend, and I realized that this is very true.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
So we tried few things, like, during that time when we reached to 1 CR, our CPL when we started was 30-35 rupees, but it went up to 50-60 rupees. We tried bringing it down and all that, but later we realized the more we tried to bring it down, the quality of leads was getting impacted, because in the moment, in the effort of bringing it down, the leads which were coming in were converting for our L1 product, for 3499, 3999 product, but they were not converting for the high level product,
Right.
because of which the issue was coming. But our ultimate target was to sell our L3 program, which was a high level product, because the profitability and the big
in
chunk
the
of money
higher
is
premium
there.
program.
So our marketing team told us that the focus should be on selling your L3 product, where the person who's coming into a community should be having enough money to buy that.
Correct.
And in that time, if the lead cost comes higher also, that's okay, let them come. So from there, it was my aha moment that yes, now let it be, and let's focus more on selling L3.
Yeah. I think I love that analogy already. I'm going to be using it in another podcast or maybe one of my Insta videos, and I'll give credits to Shri and Gaurav both for that. You mentioned that the CPL was 35 or 50 back then. I'm assuming this is 2020 or 2021.
Exactly.
And I think that now CPLs are no longer 35 and 50 rupees. And this 35 and 50 rupees, was it for a free funnel?
Yeah.
That, okay. it
We've
was
been
a-
running free funnel. Yeah, we experimented in between with little like other we did try other things, but we've realized that free funnel works for us. So
Right.
people come in for the free webinar, and from free webinar, it's straight away the 5999 product.
Okay.
And from there, level 2 is currently about 75,000.
Okay.
So, and level 3 is 2,50,000.
Okay.
And we are very particular with level 3. We don't open up level 3 for everybody. And we also, our level 3 is something where it's on invitation. So people, when they like once in 6-7 months, we open level 3.
Okay.
And we work very closely with people who joins the level 3. And then because level 3, Gaurav also takes the classes. It's
Okay.
not only me who's, because level 1 and 2, it's like working on their personal development and as well as their healing skills. Then when it comes to level 3, now they are working towards becoming spiritualpreneurs in the world. And that's where Gaurav's expertise also come in. So
Right. So they
he
need
is
to
also
learn the
coaching them.
business.
Exactly. So that's what is happening. So we have, I think this is also adding to the advantage, because when you make something not easily available, then it is craze,
Yeah,
like.
people crave for it.
Exactly. So we always have people who are texting us, ma'am, please let me know. We just joined the community, but we want to join the diamond membership.
Hmm.
When is the diamond membership coming up? And we go like, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We are not opening it up.
Right.
So and then we tell them join platinum first, because you need to work on yourself. In
Correct.
the process, you'll be ready for diamond.
Yeah.
Because I personally, if I tell you, because I have personally been a healer, a spiritual shopper, I would say, because there was a time when I was just going and doing as many courses
Yeah.
possible. I have seen with a lot of coaches, what happens is one day class and you are now certified to do this profession,
Right.
and I have personally gone through this, and after that there is no support. So I used to feel that I have given lakhs of rupees, I got a certificate, but I have doubts now. I don't know what to do, I don't know how to practice initially, when I was learning myself. So of course, because I have been through this journey, I know that what problems I went through, I will make sure that my students don't go through this. That's why when they come for the level 1 itself, we give them 1 year membership, where every Wednesday they have a session with me. Every second Wednesday we have a practice round, where everybody comes and we put them in breakout rooms and they are doing reading for each other, because the confidence will come only then. If they will not practice, and straight away if they want to go and do reading for someone else outside and ask money for it, if the confidence is not there, they will just fail,
100%.
miserably. So when they have done free readings within the community, they are, initially they get surprised, ma'am, I did reading for this person first time, and they were like, oh, it's bang on, this is exactly what is happening with me. I just got the thought and I was telling them this is what is happening, and they said, yeah, that's exactly what it is, because I put a lot of emphasis on increasing their psychic power. I have created a full course on how to increase your psychic power, and I've given them exercises where they practice certain things for 21 days, 30 days, to raise their vibration and increase their psychic power. And that is where the real magic is.
Right.
After that, these are all tools of divination, whether they are using oracle cards or tarot cards or whatever. It's like the angels start talking to them and giving them the awareness.
Correct.
So all that efforts go in behind the scene.
Right.
I think things that I'm talking to you, even I'm realizing that my students also, they see what we are providing them, but all the thinking that goes behind, and we are like always talking, like we are into this 24/7.
Right.
Even
So it's your passion that is building into a business and has already been built into a business.
Sometimes when Gaurav and I go on a date, either one of us would tell, अच्छा 1 घंटे तक ना business के बारे में कोई बात नहीं
होता
होगी.
नहीं है.
And then we don't know what to talk about. After 10 minutes, like, अच्छा 2 times. ये वाला बहुत अच्छा वाला idea आ रहा है. Let's first talk about this.
Wait, sir.
I swear. So we literally have this thing that we are so into this and we are so passionate about this that we are like all the time thinking from the point of view कि अब और क्या better कर सकते हैं, अब और क्या नया
Right.
create कर सकते हैं.
Because
So,
because in our business we never thought it as a business or modality. We always thought it's a kid, and we are bringing that kid. We are just growing that kid to its own
Right.
potential.
And I think because you're nurturing it
Yeah.
like with that feeling and that passion,
yeah.
that's why it's blossoming so much.
Yeah.
Is because it is not a commercial point of view and a perspective, though money is a motivation for everyone,
Yeah.
and that's how it began for you. But then that feeling of nurturing and that warmth is actually, bringing money as a byproduct year on year, and then 1
Exactly.
crore and 10 crore, and I'm sure 100 crores.
We are
to
just
come.
about to touch 10 crore. I think we must have already. We don't look into numbers much.
Okay.
And, like, because this is again another passion of mine. Growing up, I have seen my parents were very spiritual,
Right.
but they were not financially strong. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I used to literally ask my family Guruji, you know, when he would come, कि हम लोग इतना पूजा पाठ करते हैं, फिर हम क्यों गरीब हैं?
Hmm.
Right? And he would not have a right answer for it. He's like, नहीं, भगवान ज़्यादा प्यार करते हैं जो लोग गरीब होते हैं. Because my father was into donations, he still is.
Okay.
Yet I got into financial industry first because I wanted to understand money. You know, I realized growing up कि ये ज़रूरी भी है, लेकिन इसको इतना बुरा माना जाता है. You know, because
Exactly.
in a spiritual environment like my family was, पैसे के बारे में ऐसे बात होती थी कि अगर आपके पास है तो आप पापी हो, you know, you are a
You've done
sinner.
something wrong. मतलब अगर कोई
Exactly.
पैसा जल्दी कमा ले तो कुछ तो
कुछ
गलत
तो
किया
उसने
होगा.
गलत
Nobody
किया
will
होगा.
focus on कि मेहनत करके जल्दी पैसा कमाया जा सकता है.
Exactly.
It is a taboo कि जल्दी अगर किसी ने घर बना लिया, अरे देखा उसका घर कितना बड़ा हो
That's
गया है,
what. That's
किया
what.
होगा कुछ काला
You know,
काम.
exactly. So like literally it's a interesting point of view कि if it's a man who has become rich fast, he must have done some, you know, black money work
Yeah.
or smuggling or something.
Or
And if it's a
corruption.
woman, then she must have slept with someone or
Yeah.
some bad stuff she must have done. Again, you know, this is yet another passion of mine that I want to create an army of spiritualpreneurs and angelpreneurs, because I strongly believe that if you are spiritual, how can you not be rich?
Correct.
You are connected with the superpower, you are connected with so many higher dimensional beings who are full of prosperity. It's only your own belief system which is blocking that money to come to you.
Correct. I
Because
agree.
I think somewhere ना एक बड़ा weird सा point of view है where nice people are proving they are nice by being poor.
Yeah.
So
that's
this
true.
is one big thing I teach my students, that अभी इस belief system को हमने बदलना है.
Right.
अभी हमारा हक बनता है कि हम भी अमीर हों, हमारे पास भी लग्जरी हो, ताकि हम और लोगों को इंस्पायर कर सकें कि स्पिरिचुअल होने से, सी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन वुड नॉट वांट टू बी स्पिरिचुअल इफ स्पिरिचुअलिटी इज इक्वल टू गरीबी.
Yeah, of course.
You
When
know?
because money is a medium today to live how you want to live, and whatever you want to do, you want to step out of your house and you have spent a dime. So when
Exactly.
you want to do that, money is the medium. और वो होगा ही नहीं तो why would people have the inspiration to live and prosper?
Exactly. So this
So-
belief system, you know, that money is the cause of root of all evil is totally a lie. I think it was put into us only to stop us from attracting money and receiving money. I think money only help people to be more of who they are.
Yeah,
And
I
it
agree.
it's a right to have money, especially if we are conscious people, because if people like us who are conscious, who want to help other people get the money, we will be able to use it in the right direction.
Correct,
And we'll be able
correct.
to help more people. I realized when we started making money, we were able to pay off family loans. We were able to, like, you know, there are orphanages we are connected to, there are people we are able to contribute to. We are able to invest into business which is now helping so many people to create miracles in
Right.
their life. So I think money is wonderful thing, and people need to learn that if they are spiritual, if they are nice person, they should be making money.
Yeah.
They should not think about कि जितने पैसे में गुजारा चल रहा है चलने दो. No more.
I think while we are on the topic of richness, I would definitely like to, discuss with the proof of fact, like you said that, you made the commitment, you fulfilled your 1 crore commitment, and you said that you might have made 10 crore already, right? While we are on the topic of richness, what made you to go from 1 crore to 10 crore, and what was your level of investment that went into growing that mark?
So first thing was like in 2022 May, I lost my dad, like during second wave of COVID.
2021.
2021 May. I still remember that was a very difficult time for me because I was always attached to my dad, very, very personally, very into him and all that. And I still feel that like I went and admitted him into the hospital for his speedy recovery from COVID, but he never came back. Then I made a commitment that now everything is falling on me and Shri and all those things. And we had a huge family debt. Not in lakhs, we had a crores of family debt, around like 6 point something CR loan. So it totally fall upon us, like upon me and Shri. And touchwood, my dad always maintained a healthy financial this thing that we never had somebody knocking our door that this thing, because the moment he expired, we called everybody and said that Your money is totally safe. I need some time. It will be totally repaid and all those. So from there, the whole journey, we took the U-turn and all those things. And I'll tell you one more thing, that May 2021, the month my dad expired, was the highest month for our earning. That month we made the maximum. So we didn't stop the journey. I'll tell you, it was my dad's fourth day. And evening we had a webinar. And I told Sri that we'll not be cancelling it, we'll be doing it. So
That's commitment. and
we
that's
never
really
like
takes
if
a big heart.
if we committed to our community, so we've honored that time. So it's only one or twice that we cancelled our sessions and all that, because that is a
I think
trust.
the only day we cancelled the session was the day that
He expired.
when he left his
Yeah.
body. That was the day. The webinar we still kept on. We just put a
We put the video that
message there that just because we just lost our father and we're going to cremate him, we can't have the webinar today. So we were keeping it on. Other than that, we have never had a day where we cancelled the webinar or the sessions. I think the level of integrity and commitment to the community is so strong that if the session has to start at 7, the session has never started at 7:01. It has
That's
always started at
amazing.
7 since 4 years consistently every day. So that is there with us. We are crazy that way.
No, I think that shows value, and that
Yeah.
shows that what you can do for people who are trusting you and putting their
Yeah.
money.
I'll just
first of
put
all-
his, words, because the thing that I was sharing with you, I can now talk to people about it because we experienced it ourselves. Before, I used to actually say that I love my father-in-law more than I love my biological father. I was so close to him. He was gem of a person. And when he left his body and we had these loans and everything, before that, we never bothered about money. We were just doing it because we loved doing it. We were taking care of minimum खर्चे के लिए जितना पैसा चाहिए, खर्चे पूरे हो रहे हैं, कोई टेंशन नहीं है. ट्रिप्स के पैसे आ रहे हैं, कोर्सेज के पैसे, ये 2 important चीज़ें थी. My travel, my courses, money is coming for them, we are happy. But when we were put into situation by the universe where we had to give crores of rupees to people,
Yeah.
we had to put our energies into manifesting it.
elevate our game.
And we realized that we never asked before it.
Right.
And when we asked, money started flowing in as well. When we were
Right.
asking for 5-6 lakhs, we were making 5-6 lakhs. Then we started, I was like, अब angels 5-6 लाख से तो नहीं होने वाला, 25-30 तो minimum चाहिए. Because we had interest to pay, loans to pay and all that. And then that started flowing in.
So you get what you ask for, actually.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
it is. And people need to learn that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think first of all, thank you so much of letting your life stories into the podcast and being so heartwarming about it. You did mention that you took the webinar even on that day.
Yeah.
So is it that you do webinars every day?
Now it is automated. So
Okay.
I'm just blessed. There's an archangel Michael who is an angel for integrity, clarity, and technology.
Okay.
And I just say that I'm blessed to have my own mini Michael with me. He is my integrity, clarity, and technology. So when was the last time I did a webinar? 7 months back?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so what we did, I'll tell you the whole story. What happened
Okay.
last year in January 2000, in February 2023, we thought that let's take some break, let's give some space. But that turned out to be a very, very long space, and we took the space for 8 to 9 months. And like through this podcast, I want to tell people that don't do that to your business, because again you have to start and it goes down and down, and it went down.
We were literally, using our savings.
Yeah.
Because we were not doing any fresh webinar, and that's the beginning for the funnel.
Oh, right. The entry
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, entry point. So entry point was totally closed, and slowly and gradually our L3 level also started diminishing because people were not coming. So in December we again started, but again the push start was very, very difficult, because when you are out of the touch for 8 months and all those things. But again, I saw that movie where it had a song Restart.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
12th fail.
12th fail. So it really inspired me, and we went ahead and we said, restart, let's restart. And then slowly and gradually I built the momentum and all those things. And I told Sri that we're going to run the webinars on automation, but I need a winning webinar.
Right.
And I did my whole research and all those things, that what is the definition of winning webinar, that what exactly is about the winning webinar. So I track a lot of metrics into my webinars. So right now when we do our webinar, even if it's live or even if it's automated, so we have a 3 laptops set up for the webinar.
Okay.
So what happens is, one laptop she is doing a webinar, other laptop is handled by my team who handles the chat and all those things. One laptop I keep for recording the complete screen.
Oh, okay.
Complete screen, where on the screen I see that how many participants are live. Because in Zoom recording you don't get that.
Right. Correct.
So we started this practice from December, and we started watching our webinar when it happened. And then we realized, because we had a marketing team which was always telling us, like in the past, that your webinar is not performing and all those things, there is some issue. I said it's not about the whole webinar is not performing. There must be some aspects of the webinar which are not performing. Let's decode that. So when we went ahead and recorded the whole screen, I told Sri that now watch this recording and see that at which particular slide the maximum drop is happening.
When the participants are dropping.
Yeah.
So we realized that at the time of when she is sharing about the story of a participant, which she was sharing from the COVID era, but now the COVID era was over.
Yeah.
Relatability,
So
is
relatability
ripping.
was not there. So I said that change this testimonial. So we saw that there was steep like drop off coming off from there. And then we realized that the pitch was very long. She was explaining 11 products, and it was taking too much of a long time. For like approximately 35 to 40 minutes, she was explaining the offer. And while giving the offer also, while revealing the product also, it's like you have elevated their expectation and desire that how much money will come. Still, she was putting some story. And during
Yeah,
that
it was
time,
like literally what was happening was, because this technique really helped us, because when we are later watching slide by slide, where is it that people are leaving? We just made correction there. So after multiple corrections, we had a webinar which
yeah, after 2025 webinars, 2025 webinar, live webinars, we were able to find the winning webinar.
That takes a lot of work and
I
research.
still remember, like 28th of April, she did her last webinar, and I told my team to edit this webinar. There were certain editing parts used to be done. We got it edited and all that. And since 28th April, we are running that webinar totally on automation till now. My team runs it, and we get like somewhere around every webinar 7 to 8 or 10, 12 sometime, depending on the days.
like 100 to 150 people
100
per
and
month.
150 people, L1, like this time we are targeting for 200 people. So this is how the whole thing is like.
I think I'd like to decode this automated webinar funnel that you're running by asking a few specific questions
Please.
from the beginning. First is that what is your ad spend that is going into running this entire funnel?
Yes. So when we started the ads, we started with 8,000 rupees in the December month
Per day, is it?
per day. Then we slowly realized that 8,000 we are spending on Facebook. We need to incorporate Google and YouTube also. So we incorporated YouTube by putting 3,000 rupees into YouTube. So it was 11,000 rupees we started in the January month.
Okay.
8,000 was going into Facebook and 3,000 was going into YouTube. And slowly and gradually we started seeing the result that from where the sales are coming. And I don't wait for much long time. I immediately I asked my team to turn off these ads and turn on these ads and push the budget into this, where the sales are coming from, which particular ad set.
Right, the winning campaign needs
Winning
to scale
campaign.
and the ones that are
Best
not
has to
performing
stop.
needs to pause.
So we track UTM parameters a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of coaches I work with, they don't even know about what are UTM parameters, and all that, but I track hell lot of UTM parameters, hell lot of parameters that what exactly this thing is. And then after tracking them, we kind of increase the budget and all those things, and then slowly and gradually. Right now, since last, like we saw that it's like 99 on the 99 when the batsman goes and they get bowled or something like it's a pressure. So we realized that our sweet spot was when we are going about 35,000 rupees per day budget, the kind of ads they used to go haywire. Our budget used to, our CPL used to increase to 200, 250, 300, and the audience used to be very, very creepy and not buying and all those things. So then we decreased the budget to 15,000, 20,000. Right now, what we are spending is 24,000 rupees per day on the ad spend. It's like, yeah.
For this particular webinar?
Yeah, for this party. Right now, we have only this entry level webinar. Although the way we have portrayed, we have kept our products are that each product is individual product. So if somebody is coming from Crystal Healing, it is not required that they need to buy the Angel program. Or if somebody is coming from Ancestral Healing, they don't need to buy the Angel program. They can directly come into that. But we promote our only one webinar, which is
That's the entry
Angel.
level
That's
into the
entry
entire
level.
system.
Yes.
And how many leads are you able to generate with the 24,000 per day budget, summing up to a total of whatever is in a month? So, number of leads and what is the cost per lead?
So right now my CPL is touching between 150 to 175 rupees per day, and somewhere around like I'm generating, I think 600 or it varies. Sometime it's 600, sometime it's 500, sometime it's 400 because the whole thing is the Google is the most notorious player in this the whole thing. They elevate the lead cost and they down the lead cost because 2 days back the lead cost was 70 rupees. Today the lead cost is 150 rupees. So we really can't predict that how exactly it goes. The whole thing is that right now since last 2 months I started practicing few more things that we in total time of our campaigning and all those since the time we started we made the lead total lead corpus of 2,35,000 leads we had. So we like it's a total filtered leads. So filtered leads, if I say, is like whose numbers are proper, whose email IDs are proper, names are proper.
Contactable leads.
Contactable leads, which are like totally valid leads. Because when I see the data of people when it comes in, I realize that people don't work on their data. They see that the leads are coming, somebody is giving 9-digit number, somebody is giving 8-digit number, somewhere the email IDs are not correct. So it's totally waste.
Right.
When we are putting
Correct.
so much money, then we need to put data validations also on the form. Which from the day when I'm following this practice, that data validation should be there. If somebody is not entering proper email ID, it should give a prompt that the mail ID is not proper.
Correct, correct.
And mobile number should be in 10-digit. If they are not putting 10-digit mobile number, it should give them the prompt that the mobile number is not correct.
Correct, correct. That is very valid because you should have a data which makes sense
Yes.
because you're paying money for it.
Yeah.
Right. You mentioned that on an average, there are like 600 to 650 leads depending upon the rising cost and the dripping cost. So when you do your webinars, are you able to track that out of these 600 people on a monthly that they're coming in, how many people are showing up or watching the webinars?
Yeah, it's 600 per
webinar.
webinar.
Okay, and how many webinars is it daily?
No, right now we are starting daily, but we are doing alternative days. We are doing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay, so 4 a week
4
would
times
mean
a week.
12 a month.
Yeah,
So 600 is per webinar, you're saying?
Yeah.
600 to 700 per webinar. Which
Oh, so 600 into 12.
Yeah.
All right. So how many people are, show up from this 600? Because one concern that I've seen among coaches that I'm speaking to mostly is that their problem is lead generate hota hai, quality lead generate hota hai, and the person is coming in, they're also showing interest, but then they're not showing up on the calls and the webinars. Like one-to-one calls where these people don't come, or webinars where they don't come. So is that something that you faced as well, or is it a system that you've cracked for yourself?
So right now I'm getting a show up of 35%, 40% in my free webinar. And the way I was able to do it, like I'm a WhatsApp guy, totally believe and
Yeah.
totally practice the WhatsApp marketing and all those things. And I keep multiple reminders into the WhatsApp. One is welcome WhatsApp when it goes when they register. Then 3 hours before, 1 hour before, 15 minutes before, at the time, and then 10 minutes after the webinar has started. So these are the sequences I follow. And then I take some pre-commitments also. Pre-commitments means like when we send 3 hours before webinar reminder, there is a button underneath that WhatsApp message that yes, I will attend the session. So it's kind of affirm into their subconscious that I have committed and I will.
Correct. That's a good point.
And also, Gaurav has created a beautiful system where after the webinar, we get the details of, out of all the people who registered for the webinar, how many people actually came, and not just that, like how many people stayed till 50% of the webinar,
Correct,
how many
correct.
people stayed till 75% of the webinar, how many were there till the end. So then what we do is we make a team call up those who attended more than 75% of the webinar but did not buy. So,
Right.
so then the team calls them up and just, talk to them about that. Hey, we just saw that you were there till the end. And what is it that if we can, help you, if you require more information, any support you require from our side for going ahead, because offer is only here and all. So there also we are able to close. Plus, he has also created a system for us where, there are times when people do click to buy, but it bounces or something, and we lose people there, like we lose
Right.
clients there. So we have a system where we have a WhatsApp group where I am there, my team member is there, Gaurav is there. We immediately get a WhatsApp message on that group that this person, this number, the payment has bounced or has not gone through. So my team immediately calls them up.
Yeah.
Sir, like we don't wait, because usually क्या है, जो भी आपका रेजर पे, इंस्टामोजो, all these people places, आपको next day या उसके next day आता है, तब तक
The time has
it's yeah,
gone.
top
You
of
need
mind
to,
नहीं है
yeah.
recall अब. So उसी time जब team call करती है ना, that sir we just saw that you registered but somehow the payment didn't go through. ये GPay number है, ये आपका Paytm number है, आप इस पे instantly pay कर दो. So there also we are able to cover up a lot of
The pipeline is
leads.
hot right now. They have the intention. So when you
Exactly.
hit hard, right, when it's hot, it
Yeah.
converts.
Yeah.
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 So what I'm able to understand right now is that the system that you've built for yourself right now, you have more bandwidth because the webinars are automated. It's just one funnel that is running into the ads.
Yeah.
There is a system that have been run into the ads as well. So now your bandwidth primarily would be going to the level 2 delivery or the level 3 delivery.
That's what is happening.
And that's
yes.
also, I think 75,000 is what you mentioned for your
Yeah.
L2. That is also a fairly good price to be able to put yourself into the delivery.
Yeah.
So your commitment is going delivering L2 and L3.
Yes.
Am I correct in
Oh,
understanding
totally.
that?
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
I'm really grateful to him to take care of level 1 this way, because earlier when the system was not automated, I used to feel a lot of pressure, because
Correct.
I am a person, like with the kind of training and coaching I have gone through my mentors. If I've given a word, I have to honor it. So for
Right.
me, it was literally leading to sleepless night, where like, all these courses I have to deliver, people have to get results, I have to do this. But I was busy doing webinar, like I was busy every day wondering about next webinar mein kya improve karna hai. So once we had a winning webinar and we could see that अप्स एंड डाउन्स होते हैं, किसी वेबिनार में 10 लोग भी आते हैं, किसी में एक भी आता है, किसी में 0 भी आता है, बट ऑन एन एवरेज अगर 120-150 people are coming on a monthly basis, then L1 is taken care of. I don't have to worry about it. I only have to focus on now with the people who I have in the community, how can I nurture them better. Wednesday की calls जो हमारा level 1 के inner circle की calls हैं, उसमें मैं और क्या deliver कर सकती हूँ value, क्या नया हम इनके लिए gamify कर सकते हैं, level 2 में हम और क्या better कर सकते हैं, then the nurturing is going really well.
Right. So I
Yeah.
think that is what I understand is now you're actually working, if I may say, as a business mind, where you've done, you fixed one block of your coaching, and now because most coaches I feel is that they juggle, either
Yeah.
delivery करना है, either business का brainstorming करना है.
Yeah.
तो अभी we show up on the webinar and we deliver, we make the pitch, or do we do the business brainstorming, and then they are caught up in between. अगर किसी और को भेज दिया to be the face, then they are not a face. Coach is more about personal branding. It is
Yes,
about
yeah.
who is sitting, who is speaking to. तो अगर किसी
Exactly.
और को भेज दिया, the business dips.
Yeah.
And then if they go themselves, they are caught up. Their time is caught up. So I think that is really perfect of how it fits in.
Yeah.
That the entry level of getting the customer acquisition is because the day you, like you said, you paused for about 6 months. So the day you stop your acquisition is when the business is hampered. So your
Yeah.
acquisition is taken care of, yet you have the bandwidth to think of new things as a coach to
Yeah.
run your coaching business. So I think that is brilliant.
And I would also like to add, though he says that we paused, but when we never stopped working even a single day.
Yeah.
So we were not making money those six to eight rather months. There was no fresh webinar happening, but every day we were working on what can be done better. So all this
Correct.
planning of how to automate, how to do all that. And I think what we realized when we were again put into that situation where we're like, dude, the money has to keep coming in to run the funnel itself. Even if we don't think about our expenses, the ads has to happen, the apps that
The
we have
business
enrolled
needs to
into
be
have to be
funded.
paid, the
Yeah.
employees has to be given salary to. So that was the biggest lesson we had. Even अभी भी ऐसा होता है, कभी कॉस्ट वगैरह बढ़ जाता है, वी नो कि हम बजट के हिसाब से ऊपर नीचे कर देंगे लेकिन रोकेंगे नहीं. We've seen that happening. So yeah, we've been consistently getting into this.
Yeah, I think that's completely brilliant and a good system that is, fitting well for business to scale
Yeah.
as a coach. I would, though love to ask that in your entire journey going from, that first award and then 1 crore and then 10 crore, what were some of the challenges that you saw as a coach when you were building your, scaling your business?
As a coach, personally, if I tell you, number one challenge that I would say was like from family front, touchwood, I never had any challenge. Also, because the kind of person I am, I always communicate. Like
Yeah.
when my father in law left his body, I spoke with my mother and father because they are also dependent on me. They were dependent on me for many things. So I told them that for my family, now we need at least this much money per month. And I'll be very blunt with you, या तो आप मुझे दे दो हर महीने का ये 10-20 लाख रुपया, या मुझे छोड़ दो completely. You have to learn to manage your things yourself because now I'm committed to do this and मैं कर लूँगी. I know. So that is, and plus my mother-in-law, I think she's our biggest support. She takes care of everything around us to make sure that, the things are running smoothly. I think initially the biggest challenge was because what I am doing is not something which is already structured. Right? I am receiving intuition from some higher dimension beings about things that are not there in the world yet. Many of
Yeah.
them, some things are there, but some things are not even there yet, So, पहले तो अपने आप में विश्वास करना कि हाँ, ये जो थॉट्स आ रहे हैं इन पे एक्शन लेना. अभी 3-4 साल से या इतने सालों से जब एक्शन लिए और लोगों को रिजल्ट्स दिख रहे हैं तो अपने ऊपर भी कॉन्फिडेंस आता है कि नहीं,
Correct.
these things are real. Because what happens is when you are a psychic, you mostly, growing up, when you share about your awareness with people, you are always demotivated. तुम्हें ही ऐसा आ रहा है, people don't look at psychic as a psychic, they look at psychic as a psycho.
Yeah.
My mom used to say, ऐसी बातें मत किया कर, शादी कौन करेगा तुझसे. So
Gaurav.
yeah, I found my own weirdo. So I think initially number one challenge was to start believing in myself.
Yeah.
Most of the coaches goes through the imposter syndrome where
Yeah.
they look at like हमने भी बहुत shiny object syndrome में time waste किया है कि हम हमारा 10 CR का target है तो जो 10 CR कर रहा है हम उसको करना शुरू कर दें तो but ये जो एक चीज़ है ना कि हम किसी और को follow कर लेंगे तो हम उसके जैसे result create कर देंगे, है ही नहीं. The thing is, I think one of the biggest thing that helped me was I learned it from one of my friend Vishal Saini, who's into health field. He says your niche choose you.
Yeah.
You don't choose your niche chooses you. So for me as well, it is a weird thing that I'm teaching people to talk to beings in the air that are not visible, and I'm making money from it, and I'm teaching them how to make money for it. उस चीज़ पे विश्वास करना पहले अपने आप में वो एक बहुत मुश्किल काम था. उसके बाद even students sometimes, like there are few people who immediately get the results, but then there are few who don't take action and then they are expecting ki just because they have paid money or just because they have come in my space some chamatkar will happen and the result will come.
Yeah.
So those were the, I think, initial challenges. Apart from that, I'm sure he would talk about the technical challenges because I don't have to worry
That's
about
his
them.
department.
That's totally his department. I always say we are deadly combination because my strengths, my weaknesses are his strengths, and what he can't think about selling or and
Yeah.
all that, and I just love doing webinars and all. So yeah, I think initially it was a lot of self work. And then also a lot of how do I present what I'm aware of to people
Correct.
that they get convinced in it as well.
Right.
And I would like to talk to coaches about it. That I think my one of my thing that works, and we are still working on it, is taking testimonials from people.
Yeah.
Because people get convinced when they see that someone else has also gotten results.
That's the number one thing that you can
And
do to your coaching business.
so that is something I wasn't doing actually
Oh,
initially. So हमारे साथ क्या हो रहा था, because मेरे लिए ना this work is like I am getting awareness और ये मेरा काम है, मेरे को this is my dharma and karma on the planet कि मेरे को ये जितनी souls को contribute करना है करना है. तो आई वॉज नॉट बॉदरिंग इन टू सेल्स आ रही है नहीं आ रही क्या हो रहा है, क्योंकि मुझे अपना काम करने में मज़ा आ रहा है. बट वेन वी रियलाइज्ड कि स्केल नहीं हो रहा, लेवल 3 में नहीं जा रहे लोग, then we sat with our coach and he asked us कि जैसे he has a system of hall of fame where people who get the result, you do their interviews, and he said 3 years Shri, you're doing this work, you've created phenomenal results, where how many hall of fames have you done?
right.
And I said 0 literally. So I was not, मतलब मैं अपनी तरफ से जो मेहनत कर सकती थी मैं उसमें ही busy थी. I was not focusing on what are people getting out of it. So when we started focusing on that, when we started doing, we call it Hall of Miracles, when we started doing Hall of Miracles, when I started asking people to share, I created a culture in the community that when you acknowledge, you multiply your miracle.
Oh, that's nice.
So then they want to come and acknowledge, because somewhere people also have this belief system कि यार उनको लाखों के फायदे हो रहे हैं लेकिन वो आके बता नहीं रहे थे कि नजर लग जाएगी. So I had to change that belief system too कि नजर नहीं लग जाएगी, आप जब उसको बोलोगे इस कम्युनिटी में और लोगों के साथ तो आप उसकी वाइब्रेशन को मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हो तो आपको और वैसा मिलेगा. तो अब लोग एंथुजियास्टिक होते हैं शेयर करने के लिए कि लास्ट में, हर कॉल के लास्ट में, मैम आई हैव अ मिरेकल आई वांट टू टॉक अबाउट, आई हैव क्रिएटेड मिरेकल आई वांट टू टॉक अबाउट. सो आई हैव अ डेडिकेटेड वीडियो एडिटर जिसका काम ही यही है कि मेरी हर कॉल के एंड में जो टेस्टिमोनियल्स हैं, ही हैज़ टू एडिट दोज वीडियोज़ एंड क्रिएट the bank, we have a full bank of testimonials now, which has really contributed.
And I think that's amazing is because now you don't have to chase them and say that give me a testimonial. That system of seeding that you have to share a miracle,
yeah,
it's coming automatic. And like you said कि हर webinar के last में हो रहा है तो अब that pile is increasing.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, Gaurav, over to you.
So when it comes to system front challenge, the challenge was managing the database. For me, it was the biggest challenge because the database was increasing, and I was relying on Google Sheet for the database. And Google Sheet is like good up to the place where you are getting a database of 10,000 to 20,000 leads. But now, when the lead grew to 2 lakh and like 2,35,000 leads and all those things, it was getting quite difficult for me to manage because we have to see that how many people have joined the webinar, how many people have not joined the webinar, who are absentees, who are from categories, like how we do it. Like after, so I divide my webinar into 3 phases. It's like you are running a marathon. So pre-webinar, during webinar, and post-webinar. So pre-webinar is where we do the nurturing, we send the messages, we invite people, and all. During webinar is all taken care by my team, where they run the webinar, chat management. Like if somebody is paying on GPay, then the intimation has to be sent to them that this person's payment has been received and updated. Then post webinar is auto downloading of data, and then according to their database, their participation, we send them the communication. Because during the webinar, she says that if you stay till the end, I'll be giving you certain gift. So we are very particular that we send gift only to people who stayed into our webinar up to 75% of the time, and we track that. And using that tracking, we are able to see that how many people are into our A category, B category, C category, D and E category who are absentees. And during last 2 months, I made a practice to invite all those people. So every Sunday, what I do, I invite all these people, like last 4-5 webinar leads again to my webinar. It's approximately, I send 35,000-40,000 WhatsApp messages.
Okay.
So we re-invite them every Sunday, Saturday. So there is a kind of like weekdays when we do a webinar, there might be a lower OS like 0.8, 0.7, 0.6. But on Sunday and Saturday, when we do these kind of activity, it kind of added to the ROAS and it stabilizes the whole thing during those 2 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's absolutely amazing. You have quite a few systems fit in that is, on both ends.
Yeah.
You've created like the challenge, the miracle system, which has now been like a habit. You've
Yes.
built in, the system that works on the back end. So I think,
Yeah.
like I said in the beginning of the podcast, a power couple, and that's exactly a power business that you've built.
Totally. Totally.
Right. I would, ask both of you individually any one message, any one non negotiable that you would like to tell a fellow coach who's, growing their coaching business and scaling their coaching business. What is one non negotiable from both your perspectives?
From my perspective, to a fellow coach, I would like to say that don't stop to start.
Hmm.
Like, because I think with most of the coaches, like if I wouldn't have got that push from Gaurav, and also life, because life ने भी एक ऐसे moment पे छोड़ दिया था जहाँ पैसा तो कमाना ही है, अब जो भी शुरू करते हैं, because क्या होगा, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आप एक निश सेलेक्ट करोगे, आप स्टार्ट करोगे और आपको लगेगा कि नहीं मेरे लिए नहीं है, तो आप कुछ और स्टार्ट करना. अगर आप ऑथेंटिकली अपना गेम प्ले कर रहे हो तो लोग ना आपकी ऑथेंटिसिटी सेंस कर सकते हैं. Tomorrow, like whatever you will be selling, like today I have coaches, people who used to buy insurance from me started buying sessions of healing from me, and today they are also my angel, on earth community member, because it's not about what I am selling, it's about me as an energy that people are pulled to.
Right.
So
Correct.
this is the biggest thing, that never stop. बैठ के ये मत सोचो कि यार परफेक्ट निश मिल जाए मेरे लिए फिर मैं इसको स्टार्ट करूँगा, या परफेक्ट सिनेरियो हो जाए, परफेक्ट कैमरा मिल जाए. लाइफ कभी भी परफेक्ट नहीं होती. सो आई ऑलवेज से दैट नेवर लेट परफेक्शन किल योर क्रिएशन. Just
Right.
start wherever you are, and that's what we kept doing. We just started, and we have our own lesson where we stopped for a while, and we've seen the result of that. But now we always say that every experience will teach us how to do it better. Our challenges has taught us the best. हम आज भी और improvements कर रहे हैं. So just start and don't stop. Keep doing.
Beautiful.
So for me, I would like to say, one thing is effective management of database.
Right.
The biggest thing I've seen with coaches is like they are in the horde of generating new leads. But if you see into your old leads and if you manage your old leads in an effective way, if you have a good CRM system, you manage your own leads, you track your parameters, you see that how many leads are actually qualified leads into that. You keep on nurturing and you keep on re-inviting them. Because personally, I'll tell you from my experience, I have a data where a person has joined my webinar for 34 times. I have that data also. And that person has bought my program. So we tracked so deep into that how many time a person is joining my webinar. And tracking and management of effective leads and effective database is the key to your success.
Right.
Not doing that is only gonna leave you in a space where you are always in the horde of generating new leads. This webinar, new leads, next webinar, new leads. And re-invite people.
Right. Numbers don't lie.
Number don't change.
Gaurav always say that, for many coaches, the old data is lying. जैसे government office में जाओ और
Files.
पीछे किसी कमरे में files ऐसे मिट्टी खा रही होती है, वैसे ही there is gold mine people are sitting on. And just because they are not nurturing them, sending them reminder messages, next webinar messages, that gold mine is just going waste.
I absolutely agree to what you said. That's one of the primary things that we do as well as a performance marketing agency.
Yeah.
So whenever somebody asks me that what do you do, so I always say that I work on two aspects: lead generation and lead nurturing.
Exactly.
Is because it is not that if the lead has come in today, they're going to buy tomorrow or next week or next month. If I take this example and I say जब शादी होती है तो you take time, both families meet
Yeah.
each other
Yeah.
and things happen, and then you try to understand will it fit or not,
Yeah.
and then you go for that life agreement.
Yeah.
So now somebody is investing in you to maybe make their career or anything that we might look at.
Yeah.
So at least give them time to know you. How can you expect someone to just buy into you
Exactly.
or marry your idea and your magic niche when they have not known you already? So I
Exactly.
think I absolutely agree to that. Nurturing is most important. What's the point chasing new leads every day when you've not taken care of what is already in your system?
Yes, yes.
I think this has been a very insightful conversation. I have learned so much. Thank you so much for your time and coming all the way, taking our time on a Sunday. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Most
much.
Thank you so much for watching the podcast. Comment section में मुझे ये बताओ which was your highlight and what did you love the most. Share this podcast with at least one person who would benefit from this insightful conversation, and keep following the 1% Coaches podcast. And always remember, own your story unapologetically. Bye for now.